The RobertsTechJobs.com Indy Speedway League is on the air. RobertsTechJobs.com, your Midwest leader in temp to hire and contract positions in the IT field for IT professionals, proudly brings you Chase Race number 3, Season 2 IR05 Series for the Indy Speedway League here at Talladega, Alabama. This broadcast also being brought to you by Hanover Fist Racing, proudly sponsored by the Disabled American Veterans Association. Disabled American Veterans, providing non-critical medical transport for America's disabled veterans and all volunteer fleet. For more information on how you can help, go to dav.org. This broadcast also being brought to you by David Llewellyn and the DHL Express, Mr. Robert Lacavara and Convergent Composites, Mr. Joe Morganti and the Lugnut Hub, Mr. Hoot Baker, and closed captioning brought to you by Motorsports Graphic Designs. For all your in-sim graphical needs, you got something going through your mind, you want to see it on your race car, give Tyler Graff a call. Tyler, put this on my race car. He'll make sure you get it. Motorsports Graphic Designs. Chase Race number 3. Round 2 of the chase. We've already cut 4. We have 8 remaining drivers going for the championship. First race of round number 2, Talladega, Alabama. Oh, it's going to get exciting. If you've never seen bump drafting in an Indy car, get ready to be entertained, folks, because this is going to get real interesting. Joint Trapasso up in the booth with you right now. Gary Bauer having to step out to the little race director's room. Let's do a quick recap of the points so far. At the end of round 1 of the chase, so after the second race, Jay Anderson was leading the points without a win with 1,081 points. Isaiah Dupree was sitting tied for second with David Llewellyn at 1,080. Kevin Paskowich was back off of them with 1,079, and then Mike Whitaker 1078. Then you had the first chase race winner, Tyler Graff, with 1077. And Cody Eldred getting the final transfer spot with 1066. Quentin Young with 1073 being your 7th seed after the first elimination. So that puts Joe Morganti, Johnny Antonucci, Bob Lacavara, and Forrest Sparks on the outside looking in. But they are here tonight looking to play spoiler. One name noticeably missing from the field, David Llewellyn, unable to make the trip down to Alabama with us this week. Not going to be able to make the start. So something to keep in mind if David is able to continue in the chase. He is going to be battling from he's going to be in a must-win situation next week at Kansas. So, quick look at the practice times as we have just about 10 seconds left in practice. Quentin Young going quick time 29.205. Kevin Paskowich 39.320 or 262. Creighton Carter 39.271. Isaiah Dupree 39.271. And Gary Bauer's coming back into the booth now. Gary, how are you tonight, sir?
I'm doing very well, Tony. How about yourself?
If I was any happier, I'd need to be twins.
I'm sitting here looking at these mountains, this lake. It's a beautiful sight here in Colorado.
Absolutely, absolutely. I envy you, sir. I've seen your avatar there on the TeamSpeak channel. So, red flag is out for practice. Qualifying getting ready to get underway here. First couple of cars I see are starting to roll out of the pits. Nobody's really up to speed yet, so we're going to be waiting on times. Got the live timing and scoring up. I was just going through the point standings, and you've got to be really proud of your Team Booze brother Bruce Brothers teammate there, Jay Anderson, for leading the points coming out of the elimination round last week.
Absolutely, I am. Jay's, I miss so much not being able to race with him, and I can't wait to get back home Saturday. So I will be racing Sunday night. And I don't know who you guys are going to get to fill in for me, but I'd much rather be racing. And since I can't do that, I'll do this. But I think I'm going to go right here, right now, and say Jay Anderson's going to get the pole tonight.
All right, you heard it here first. Gary Bauer jinxing his teammate at Talladega, Alabama. I'm sure.
I didn't say anything about winning, just the pole.
I'm sure he's probably going to want to do not nice things with certain parts of your anatomy when he hears the broadcast playback. But yeah, we're going to be sitting a while. First time starting to trickle in here. Forrest Sparks, first one to actually complete a lap here in qualifying. Expect to see about half a second difference between what we saw in practice with the mid 39s. I dare say you're looking at probably a 39.8 to 39.9 is going to sit on the front row, simply because these guys are doing solo qualifying and they're not going to have the draft.
It should be about a 39.8 or so. They were running 39.3s.
Yeah, I would say
about
somewhere
a half a second.
Yeah, I was going to say somewhere. Well, there we go. Forrest Sparks with a 39.929. So it's going to take somebody blistering one there, and there we go. Mike Whitaker, the world's fastest hippie, 39.89, throwing down the gauntlet early. But yeah, no, I was talking with Terry Adams, the chief setup specialist for tonight, and he said he did free the car up just ever so slightly to let it roll the corner a little bit better. And from what the guys were saying, you can get the outside line to work if you've got a good push-er and push-E going. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, with iRacing, you can bump draft in an Indy car. Gary and I can both attest to this. And Gary, I don't know about you, but the first time it happened with me, it scared the ever-loving hell out of me.
Well, you go about 3 or 4 miles an hour faster, especially if you have a draft in front of you and you're catching that draft and you're on that guy's, what do you call him, Kardashian?
Well, no, in this car, it's just the transmission tunnel. But no, what I was getting at was the first time it happened to me, I was in front of Cody Eldred, and I see green text flash across the screen. I went, holy crap, what's going on? And I'm thinking, I'm about to get turned. And Cody goes, I got this. Okay, off we go. Forrest Sparks, 39.19. Good grief, Forrest. Leave some on the table for the rest of us.
39.819. Wow.
Yeah, that's hauling the mail by yourself.
We might see a 39.7 here before this is over, Tony.
Well, there's a few guys that haven't taken time yet, one of which being your Team Booze Brothers teammate, the other one being Quentin Young, both still in the chase. And tonight, we did get it fixed. All the chase contenders do have C's next to their name tonight. So everyone that is still left in the chase. If you look, you'll see Paskowicz still has a C. Whitaker has a C. Graff still has his C. Isaiah Dupree, Cody Eldred, Jay Anderson, and Quentin Young. Those are your 8 still in contention that are here tonight. Noticeably missing David Llewellyn, not able to make the trip here to Alabama with us. But
Creighton Carter's flirting with that 7. He's got an 805 up there.
There it is. 14 thousandths of a second quicker that Forrest Sparks could crank one off. Creighton's always been quick, though, on the plate tracks.
Yeah, Jay's sitting here trying to call me, and I told him, I said, go qualify, nut.
And we are into the driver's meeting, so I will be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
Tonight, we got a pretty long race. Yeah, no blocking. Yeah.
Can we finish qualifying, please?
Qualifying ended 90 seconds ago, bud.
Tony, let him go. Jay was just on the phone with me here, and I told him, go qualify.
The only reason that there's 10 minutes of qualifying is so we can do the pre-race drivers meeting to let you guys know. Please call your pit before you enter turn 3. We're going to let you guys go all the way to turn 4 before you have to be on the apron. But please call your pit before you get to turn 3 if you're pitting under green, please. No fake pitting, no scrubbing tires, no flaming. Please be mindful that you guys are doing 240 something miles an hour in the draft, so watch the blocking. And
Again, those that weren't here earlier, the setup will let you touch the apron without going crazy if you just stay calm and let her back in. But don't go down there and test it unless it's unnecessary.
And guys, there will be zero tolerance for blocking. I don't care who's. We're going to give you a warning the second time if we see it and it doesn't look right. We're going to have you pull down pit road under green. Just a passer, but there's not going to be any blocking.
That's provided you haven't destroyed half the field by attempting to do so with these speeds. Because, Gary, I'm looking at the field right now, and there's...
Basically, don't let Kevin LePage be a spirit guide.
Oh, yeah, do not, under any circumstances, go above the yellow line until you are on the super stretch on the back stretch. Coming out of pits, do not come above the yellow line. Anyone caught doing so, you will get a pass-through. So, Gary, I'm looking at the qualifying times right now. 16 thousandths between first and second, 7 thousandths between second and third, 4 thousandths between third and fourth, 3 thousandths between fourth and fifth, 2 thousandths between fifth and sixth, 1 thousandth of a second between sixth and seventh. You can't even blink your eyes that quickly.
Well, and people don't realize that 230 miles an hour, a few thousandths of a second is nothing. I mean, you probably couldn't even see it with your naked eye.
You can't. And the thing is, with these cars, yeah, they're 230 on their own. You get them into the draft, and if somebody knows how to push properly, you can be hauling off into turn number 3 at 247, almost 250 miles an hour. That's just insanely quick. And like I said, I'm looking at the field right now, and we have less than a tenth of a second, actually 72 thousandths of a second, 0.072 separate first and 12th.
Yep.
So that's just that boggles my mind that these guys, everybody's driving. The fact that these guys can hit marks that are so similar. I mean, you look at the splits between each of the positions. The biggest gap in the top 12,
Tony,
is between first and second. Go ahead, sir. Gary.
Tony.
Yes.
Yeah, they're asking me in race if somebody makes a mistake on their pit and they get a black flag, can I clear that?
You're not going to get a penalty.
I'm not sure I understand what he's talking about.
That's what you're wondering.
So I'm going to have to ask him in game on Sunday.
Yeah. Get away with it.
What do you mean by making a mistake on your pit, guys?
I think he means if you have to avoid and you go to the right and you hit the grass, you're trying to get into the pit, which would be an unsafe entrance.
Well,
yeah, those are not going to be cleared. Go to the left if you have to try to not kill somebody. We'd rather have you clip the concrete in the pit stalls and go phantom than kill everybody.
And guys, I'm going to say this: there's room for 3 cars to hit pit road, but I would aim for 2. just kind of offset your pits as you're going in. Call them out to each other. I'm going to go inside. I'm going to go outside. I'm going to go inside. You go outside, and you won't have an issue there.
And the other thing too to be mindful of is just pay attention. You know, it's situational awareness. Pay attention to what's going on in front of you, and just try not to kill each other. All right, Gary, that's going to do it for that. Gridding up is happening right now as we bring the standings up live. And I remind me never to doubt you again as your teammate Jay Anderson, 39,790. Holy shit.
I knew he'd come through. And I have to say, Tony, before we get this started, we left Betty Lou yesterday morning. Betty Lou, we miss you, we love you, and we hope you enjoy the race tonight.
Always good to have Miss Betty Lou watching. The lineup is we're getting ready to go to the green here. Cars gridding up currently. Starting up on point, Jay Anderson joined with Creighton Carter. Second row is going to be defending series champion Cody Eldred, joined with Mark Vega. Forrest Sparks and Isaiah Dupree make up row number 3. Row 4 goes to Johnny Antonucci and Kevin Paskowitz. Bill Roberts, good to see the series sponsor back with us. He's going to make up row number 5 with Terry Adams. Row 6 is going to see Mike Whitaker and Tyler Graff. Bob Lacavar and Joe Morganti make up row number 7. Row 8 is going to go to Martin Miller and Ronnie Osmer, 2 of the young gunners with recent call-ups from the Thursday night Icebreaker Series in the Mazdas. Quentin Young and Jake Gordon make up row number 9. And starting shotgun on the field, Mr. Sam Cooper Bennett.
Nice lap, Ricker.
So cars starting to roll off now.
I always call him Wrecker.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember it or not, but he's wrecked me twice this year. My own teammate.
Well,
So
I
I
remember
call him
running. I remember the sprint car races we did, and anytime the two, it's almost like the two of you have magnets in your car. Anytime you get near each other, it gets exciting. Let's put it that way.
I have to say, Jay and I have ran many money races here on iRacing. You know, the different cars, trucks, A cars, B cars. And we usually start on the front, him or I. He's beat me twice, I think, off the pole. And he always accused me of cheating. You're cheating. You're cheating.
Well, you bring up money races, and series sponsor Bill Roberts mentioned to us Sunday night that there's going to be the RobertsTechJobs.com Indy Speedway League Elite Invitational. That's going to take place July 23rd, Sunday night. The Tuesday night of that same week is going to be the Elite Open, in which is going to be basically a last chance qualifier as we are getting ready to go green. Pace car getting ready to duck on off. And
let's have a good race, Tony.
I got my fingers crossed. Pace car is in. Your teammate, Jay Anderson, sitting up on point, has control of the field. Holding him down. Now remember, the start-finish line here at Talladega is almost a quarter of a mile different between, it's an eighth of a mile between where it is at the other plate track we go to at, Daytona, where it's in the middle of the tri-oval. This one, it's just past pit exit. As Jay Anderson jumps out to an early lead, the battle right now is for second. Tyler Graff able to get a really good restart, or a good start, and able to slot in between Jay and Cody. So 1, 2, 3 from qualifying is 1, 2, 3 from. There's 1, 2, 3 on the track right now.
Isn't that Creighton in second place?
No, that is. Oh yeah, that is Creighton. I do apologize. I said Tyler because he's running the new Motorsports Graphic Design logo on that car. So real sharp logo. I gave Tyler a rash of crap about it. I said I'm not putting that in the broadcast because I don't want to have anything to do with that copyright infringement. Just kidding. As Forrest Sparks getting a really good run going here. You know, Forrest, the only official iRacing A-class race I was ever in. Forrest and I ran nose to tail the entire race. I ended up finishing third. Forrest actually got wrecked by an idiot with about 3 to go. But Forrest is really strong on the plate tracks, so something to keep an eye on there with the KISS 61 out there on the high side, working with Cody Eldred right now. And Jay Anderson might be in trouble because he's got Creighton Carter and teammate Isaiah Dupree nose to tail directly behind him.
And in order for those two to get by him, they're going to have to move him off that line. I think they're getting the outside rubbered up, and there goes Cody. I think Cody led that lap.
Cody, good question. Let me pull that up. Nope, Cody did not lead that lap. Jay Anderson by 8 thousandths of a second at the stripe. Cody with his nose out front, though, as they go into turn number 3. It's going to take at least 2 cars, and the rear car of that 2-car tango is going to be needing to push the ever-loving daylights out of the lead car on the high side to make it work tonight.
Well, I think as this race goes on, the outside is going to get rubbered up. Ooh, that was close.
Creighton Carter catching the apron and almost killing everybody. Good grief. That almost ended about 12 different kinds of poorly, as we definitely have a breakaway forming. Throw a blanket over the top 7, and then you are almost 0.8 of a second back to 8th place Bill Roberts currently, as he's battling with Mike Whitaker.
So, Tony, how many laps did they figure out that these cars will go before they have to pit? 20?
No. From what I was told,
18?
You're looking 17, possibly 16 in the draft, but you're flirting with disaster if you try it. So you're looking 17 laps, and
17 laps max.
17 laps, and you won't die. And what the hell is going on here? Everything just went haywire. Oh, Ronnie Osmer eating the wall, having to tow.
Did he hit somebody, or
let's go to the replay on that one, because it showed him in first. I'm like, why is he showing in first? He crashed. Let's back that up just a little more here, and we're going to need to back it up a little more. You see Osmer there in the National Guard 13 tonight, as the 59 just turned down into him.
So, Tony, are we going to devise rules next season where there's a race-ruining incident that doesn't bring out a caution?
You mean like when Johnny Antonucci just drove through Ronnie Osmer?
Yeah, exactly.
Basically, right now, the way it's handled is the competition committee just reviews it post-race and hands out... wow, I'm not even sure what the hell just happened there. Because Antonucci they were coming through the tri-oval, and Antonucci just went straight through Osmer, drove straight through him, and just wadded that car up. And Antonucci's still running.
That happens a lot. I'm not with Johnny. I mean, with anybody here, you totally turn the other guy's car into a pile of junk, and you just keep going.
Well, that's something the competition committee is going to definitely need to take a look at, next season, or at least in the off season. As we're currently watching this top 7 battle it out, they are now 2 1/4 back to Bill Roberts. Jay Anderson still leading the way in that Shell V-Power number 18. Cody Eldred still trying to get that high side to work. Got Forrest Sparks right with him. Creighton Carter sits in 2nd currently. And then you see the 2 Team Phenomenal teammates, Kevin Paskowitz, Mark Vega, there on the inside with the purple and black cars. Well, I guess KP is purple and Mark is, I believe that color is called Le Mans Pink. At least that's what Pactra calls it for radio-controlled cars. And then we've got Isaiah Dupree having a really good move going on right now. Isaiah Dupree already up to 6th. Vega currently sitting in 7th. Bill Robertson 8th. Terry Adams in 9th. And Mike Whitaker rounding out the top 10 as he's battling side by side with Joe Morganti.
I noticed a lot of guys can run in that 2nd or 3rd position on the bottom and stay pretty calm and pretty smooth, but I see Creighton's having an issue with it. He's pretty much all over the track.
I'm thinking Creighton doesn't have his steering ratio set right, which there's a handful of steering ratios you can put in this car, and I believe it's from 11.1 up to 22 to 1, and the lower the number, the quicker the steering, and I'm thinking Creighton might have the 11 box in the car, which we found out in the past makes the car hyper twitchy in traffic. If you're out front, it's great. You can put the car wherever you need to, but if you're in traffic and you need to start to try to catch a slide, it's very easy to overreact, and I think that's what Creighton's dealing with right now.
And Tony, that outside line's getting lined up here. They had a little bit of a glitch there.
Well, they are, and the thing is, Forrest better be ready because he has the absolute best open wheel bump drafter in the world on his transmission tunnel right now. No one is better at bump drafting an IndyCar than Cody Eldred. And he's one of about 2 people in the league, the other one being Vega in the purple and black number 3. They're about the only 2 I would trust to really give me a good shove in an open wheel car. I take that back. There's 3. You're the other one.
Oh, thank you. We stayed in North Platte, Nebraska last night, and right beside our RV campground was a huge place. It looked like it would be a lot of fun during the daylight. Cody's Go-Karts.
You should have taken a picture of that, sir.
I did.
Okay.
I did. In fact, I posted it on Facebook, I believe.
I will have to go look because I've been not wanting to deal with life today because of some things that took place this morning. But I digress. We are here at Talladega, Alabama, and while this battle seems to have straightened out a little bit, I would like to remind everybody you are watching a presentation of the RobertsTechJobs.com Indy Speedway League. RobertsTechJobs.com, your Midwest leader in temp to hire and contract positions in the IT field for IT professionals. So if you are an IT professional in the Midwest or looking to relocate, go to RobertsTechJobs.com and let Bill know that the ISL sent you. Speaking of Bill, you see Bill Roberts there in the RobertsTechJobs.com 21, leading the low line there. That's the second pack of cars, currently running in 8th. Mike Whitaker right on his transmission tunnel, as you see the 69 of Terry Adams and Joe Morganti trying to get a line going on the outside.
Right, and that's going to be interesting because they're going to start pitting very quick. There they go, going down pit road. What's that outside going to do?
The first couple of cars taking it pit side, Kevin Pasquich, Mark Vega, the teammates, and Martin Miller, the third. Ooh, Miller just eats the pit wall. It locks it up coming in. Sam Cooper Bennett, all 4 Team PH Aware Phenomenal Motorsports cars coming down pit road. Miller just overcooking it coming in and eats the wall. Jay Anderson continuing to show the way on the low line. And
our leader just called out a pit stop.
And he just called out a pit stop, and he is going this time. Creighton Carter side by side. Good grief. Getting it locked up. Both of them just barely getting down to the pit road speed limit of 65 miles an hour.
Jay Anderson got it.
He did get popped?
Yep.
It looked
Creighton
like
had 2.
It looked close for both of them. We're going to see here on the pit stop.
Well, because Creighton beat him.
Well, let's take a look at the pit stops here. Nope. Creighton down off the jacks. Jay being held. Creighton was able to get it woed down in time, and that's the difference. Jay doesn't like to use that pit road speed limiter, and Creighton probably had it on, so he just locked it up and just buried his foot on the fuel and then just stabbed the brakes.
That's too bad.
Yeah, that is
Hopefully
a tough
we-
break. If we get a caution, he should be okay. Those guys are about to go a lap down. Is it Isaiah Dupree, who was handed the lead coming down pit road now? So this is going to be the cycle of green flag stops. Terry Adams in as well. As we're watching.
Somebody just spun coming up the pit road. Is that Cody?
Terry Adams missed his pit stop.
Somebody coming out right in front of Forrest Sparks. Spun their car around into the pit wall.
Isaiah Dupree.
Oh.
Yes, that's what
well,
it
maybe
looks like.
Jay getting held in the pits wasn't so bad.
Yep, Isaiah just caught that little bump just past the start-finish line, did a pirouette, kept going. And that's going to hand the lead over to Creighton Carter.
Cody's in second?
No, Forrest Sparks in second.
Oh, yes. You just showed up my screen. Cody was in second, but now Creighton's first, Forrest is second, and Cody's third.
Right. I've got a program that follows the timing loops around the track. Right now, Creighton with almost 8.5 tenths to the good. Cody, Forrest, and Tyler. No, Tyler's 3 tenths back off of Cody. So Forrest and Cody trying to work on it there. And you see what 3 tenths looks like as you saw Tyler Graff's car in the background there. You see him in the black and red number 77 there, starting to reel these guys in. If they can get hooked up, you got Tyler Graff has Kevin Pasquich and Mark Vega with him. So if these guys can get hooked up into a five-car draft, they are already. I can talk tonight, folks. Really, I can.
That
already starting to catch Creighton Carter.
That doesn't make sense to me, though, Tony. Creighton Carter was behind Jay when they came off the track. He was behind Jay when they came to pit road, and he passed Jay on pit as they entered pit road. And Jay got popped. That's weird, isn't it?
Because that's, I've been talking with your teammate most of the season about using the pit road speed limiter as we watch the battle for the lead start to heat up here. Jay doesn't like to use it. Well, it costs you a mile an hour. Yeah, and then also make sure that you don't get black flagged as Forrest Sparks with a nose out front. Cody Eldred, 247 miles an hour as they hauled off into turn number 3. Forrest Sparks with Cody Eldred pushing him. And Cody ducking down to the low line now to try to get around Forrest, getting a run at Creighton. Cody trying to put his car where he needs to right now to try to get as far forward as he can. Right now, Creighton Carter looking to play spoiler. So of your chase contenders, you have Cody Eldred sitting in third, Tyler Graff sitting in fourth, Kevin Pasquich sitting in fifth, Quentin Young sitting in sixth, Jay Anderson in 12th, Isaiah Dupree in 15th, Mike Whitaker 16th, and that is the entire chase field that showed up tonight, all 7 cars that are currently here.
I'm going to do something here, Tony, and I don't think it's going to jinx the guys. I think this race is going to go green to the end.
Well, everybody seems to be giving each other a lot of respect, a little bit of extra room. Nobody's pinching down in the corners because the guys on the high side know that it's pretty much their own death sentence should that guy on the bottom touch the apron here at Talladega Superspeedway. This 2.6 miles is very unforgiving with that yellow line there, and there's a reason why that yellow line is considered out of bounds, and Creighton Carter's already found out a couple of times flirting with it why it's out of bounds.
He just hit it. Well, you were saying that he hit it twice.
Well, a lot of guys hit it. Oh, there he goes again.
Just hit it again.
Yep. Coming off the corner, it's not quite as bad. Going into the corner, it's pretty much a death sentence. It takes skill of a world-class driver to not wad one of these things if you touch that yellow line going into the corner. And these top six, 7 seconds to the good over 7th place, Quentin Young. So as they're hauling off into turn number 1, let's take a look where Young is. He's just starting to come through the tri-oval now, just coming across the start-finish line. So 7 seconds from Tyler Graff to Quentin.
I really think this is going to be a 7-car shootout, Tony. This is it right here.
So far, so good, yeah. So as they're hauling off into turn 3, Young is in the middle of the backstretch, or just getting to the middle of the backstretch there. So that's what 7 seconds looks like, folks. It's an eternity in one of these cars when you're doing 243, 244 miles an hour, not pushing, just cruising in the draft.
That's incredible speed. You just can't imagine going. You go 85, you feel I'm flying.
Oh yeah.
But I didn't bring my bell, Tony, so I have to use my verbal bell here to call Sue for my new scotch.
There you go.
I'll hold my hand over the microphone.
Ding, 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 ding.
Okay. So I'm drinking a diet cola, and if the cola manufacturers want to sponsor the broadcast, I'd be more than happy to plug your product. Other than that, screw you guys. I'm staying home. So if you want to know which cola product it is, let's take a poll in the YouTube stream right now. What cola product do you think I'm drinking?
Dr. Pepper.
No. Okay.
Mountain Dew.
So I'm
no, that's not a
drinking
cola. Coca-Cola.
It is a diet version of a cola.
Diet Pepsi.
Not saying which one it is. You just.
Oh, okay.
I
thought we were having a 10-question thing here.
No. We're seeing what the Facebook, the YouTube live stream chat thinks it is. As Martin Miller going a lap down here, looking to latch on with his two phenomenal teammates, Mark Vega and Kevin Paskowitz, currently running 3rd and 4th. You'll notice a common theme between the PH Aware cars that are running here tonight. Most of them have some form of purple and something other than Sam Cooper Bennett, who's running a red and black version of the paint scheme. But I digress. Those Brits do some crazy things at times. So we won't even get into blood pudding, which is why a certain relative is no longer allowed to bring their family to holiday dinners.
That's too bad. Family should get over family mistakes and let it go. Just enjoy your family get-together.
I understand this, but when you make the entire family, get sick and a couple of them end up with hepatitis, there's a problem. And for those of you who don't know what blood pudding is, it's basically congealed pig's blood. And if you don't congeal it right, not a good thing. Again, it's a British thing, and she thought she was helping, so yeah, no. Not cool. I digress, though. Creighton Carter leading the way right now. Defending series champion Cody Eldred right behind him as Team PH Aware dives down to pit road. All three of them going at the same time.
So who is Creighton Carter teammates with?
Alex, Tyler, Isaiah, and Jake.
Okay.
That is Team November Lima Romeo. What NLR really stands for, I have no idea. And not knowing, not caring. Or as a dear old friend of mine used to say, ignorance and apathy.
I think it means no let competitors race.
There's a
Just
hyphen in there, right?
Yeah.
No, we joke, but they have been one of the stronger teams. As teams have started to form, they have been one of the stronger teams that have started to show. All young gunners in that team. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Alex Green, the oldest, at 28, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, the
Oh
leader
boy!
gets shoved into the wall.
And that was his teammate that ran him over.
Wow. Wow.
Let's watch that again. So you see them coming out of turn 4, and Tyler just ran him over.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
Yeah.
Creighton doing his best to get it woed down, and Tyler just blasted him.
That's too bad.
With friends like that, you don't need a proctologist. Tyler, if you're going to do that to somebody, at least buy him dinner and, take him to a movie first. And that
Damn, who in the hell's the lead now?
Cody currently.
Forrest is going to be, isn't he, after the pit stops are over?
Well, Forrest is right behind Cody right now on track as we are live.
All right.
Cody getting that all-important bonus point towards the chase points right now. And the entire chase field being reset to 2,000 points of who's left. So every point does count. Creighton Carter was leading a good portion of this race. Jay Anderson leading a good portion of this race. So Jay's got a bonus point. Now Cody's got a bonus point. And you'll be happy to know Jay has worked himself back up to 7th.
No, he just got another speeding ticket.
You might
Pit speed limiter, Jay. Pit speed limiter. Stop it.
Good grief. It's good to see everybody having fun. It's Cody Eldred and Forrest Sparks able to hang in the draft, and they are now stretching the fuel mileage. Lapping all the way up to 9th. Creighton Carter sitting in 9th, 1 lap down.
We just almost had a complete replay of that.
As Forrest takes it through the grass and Cody able to. And Tyler, I swear to God, if your friend makes another video, I'm finding you and I'm punching you right in the junk. As Cody makes evasive actions, and for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, you don't need to know what I'm talking about.
Cody locked him up, and Forrest avoided him, but then he lost it. It was too bad.
Yeah, and they did hit the pit stalls together. Let's see how well Forrest can recover. Still in his pit stall, got popped for an unsafe pit entry. So Forrest,
these guys need to spread out. There's plenty of room.
Yeah, that's
one by the wall, one by the track. You go in, you got plenty of room. You get it up, you gather it up.
Well,
then you move out to the outside lane.
I don't think Forrest went to the speed limiter as early as Cody did. So Tyler Graff up to speed, quickly reeling in Cody Eldred.
So who do you think is going to win tonight, Tony?
I'm going to say it's going to be whoever stays out of trouble the best. And that's all I'm going to say, because I have no idea. Talladega and Daytona are two of what I like to call wild card races. And it's really, as has been proven at the real life version of races at these tracks, it's really wide open.
It is. Anything can happen at any given time, and it's fate. It's in fate's hand.
It very much is. You basically have to have a lucky rabbit's foot and a lucky horseshoe crammed up your backside while you're sitting in the driver's seat, and fiddling with a 4-leaf clover. As we see Vega get a wicked run on the outside up into the number 2 slot, got his teammate Martin Miller directly behind him, trying to get the outside line working, and they have caught Cody Eldred. It's currently a 3-car battle, as you are 9 seconds to the good from 3rd to 4th. Tyler Graff, Quentin Young.
I'm just going to say, as soon as you set a lucky rabbit's foot up your backside, instantly thought of Mark Vega. There he goes, flying by the leader.
And there he goes, and Vega with his teammate pushing the daylights out of him. Martin Miller not able to get into the chase, but expect big things from that young man as we move forward. And that's the reason why he's driving for Team Phenomenal with PH Aware and the Mighty on the sponsorships of those cars. Vega going to the point right now. Vega, Eldred, Graff, Young, Carter, Cooper Bennett up to 6th. Good to see Sam running that far forward. Bob Lacavara up to 7th. Jake Gordon in 8th. Kevin Paskowitz in 9th. And Joe Morganti rounding out the top 10 as we currently sit. And Vega looking to play spoiler tonight. It's with the chase the way that it's set up. It's a win and you're in. Kind of going forward as Terry Adams moves to the high side and lets this battle for the lead just rage on behind him. Adams getting ready to go one lap down, but Vega could play spoiler if he can steal the thunder here at the Talladega Super Speedway. That's one taken right out of contention there.
Yes, I gave it this pause purposely on Vega because I know when he hears the telecast, he's going to hear that thing about the lucky rabbit's foot and probably make a comment or two on our TeamSpeak.
Well, safe assumption.
But anyway, it's going to be a good race. I'm looking forward to the end of this thing. We're going to stay green the entire way.
And I'm being told by one of the competition committee members in the in our YouTube live stream, Joe Morganti is the final transfer spot. David Llewellyn has relinquished his chase spot. So Joe Morganti still in the chase.
Right. David did relinquish it because of that deal a couple of weeks ago, and I feel really bad for him. I'm not going to get into it here. I just hope that he can get past it and come back and race with us because he's a big part of Indy Speedway League, and we really enjoy having him race with us.
He's been here since the beginning, and it would be a shame to lose him permanently. I understand that he is very upset with what took place. Cody Eldred trying to get the get the win on last Tuesday, and just did a bump and run, and David was very, very mad that the competition committee didn't whack Eldred by taking away the win, but as the situation unfolded, it kind of is what it is. Moving forward, it would have been nice to see both of them continue in the chase and see what would have, how this would have played out had they both been able to continue. But David's mental state wasn't to where he felt he could be competitive and withdrew, is what I'm being told by the competition committee. As they're coming up on your teammate now, that looks like Jay Anderson in front of Mark Vega.
Right. I just want to add a little bit to that, Tony.
Yes, sir.
I'm not happy with the decision and I'm part of the committee. I'm not happy with the decision we made, but I sure wish that David could have looked past that, came back. He had a chance to win it all, and he gave it up on him. And it sucks that he did that, and it sucks what happened to him.
It's a shame. Yeah, I agree with you, Gary. It's definitely a shame that he couldn't, put that, use that little nugget later in the season. Something you file away for later, and just drive the wheels off the car and show everybody, hey, if you want to win this thing, you've got to beat me. As Team PH Aware brings it back into the pits, Martin Miller just pounds it in there. Good grief. If Miller didn't get popped for speeding, I don't know how. As Jay Anderson having trouble now in traffic, flirting with that apron. The top two cars, Cody Eldred, who sits in first on screen, and Tyler Graff, who sits third in picture. Tyler is actually second place on the track. Jay Anderson 1 lap down. Terry Adams 1 lap down. They have 13 and a half seconds to the good over third place Quentin Young. I will say that again. 13 and a half seconds good when they're turning 39-second lap times.
I have to say that when we get ready for next season and the remainder of this season, the one thing, I have the qualifying down, I have the racing part of it down, but I don't practice enough on my green flag pit stops. That's one thing I will assure you right now that next season will be 200% better.
Okay. So the gauntlet being thrown down by Mr. Gary Front Row Bauer, whose qualifying average, I'd like to point out, across the two. Now, this is adding both series together, the GW12 and the IR05 series. Gary's average qualifying, 1.23.
Wow.
So if you could get your green flag pit stops down, and you need to have Miss Betty Lou come to Arizona and, start inserting rabbit's feet.
Well,
because the thing is,
Tony,
Gary,
next season we're going to put together a race machine for Betty Lou, and we're going to have an 88-year-old rookie racing with us.
Nice. I like that. That is the coolest thing I've ever heard. But Gary, I mean, to review your season, if it wasn't for bad luck, you wouldn't have had any luck at all this past season.
Yeah, it's been a horrible year. And that's part of the reason you and I discussed that before we took off about bringing my wheel and my rig with me. And, Tony, the kind of year I had, I didn't want to prolong that. I wanted to give everybody a shot that thought they had a shot and felt positive towards it to go forward. And when I get home, I'm going to be a totally new person. I'm going to sit down at that thing and I'm going to kick some ass.
Fair enough, Gary. Fair enough. As we are currently watching Cody Eldred work with the two lap cars of Terry Adams and Jay Anderson, all three of them currently on the same pit cycle. Whether or not they're on the same pit strategy, that has yet to play out. But all three of them currently working lap 16 of their stint. And we will be halfway this time across the stripe as Cody Eldred continues to show the way. Quentin Young sits second, 14 now seconds back. Bob Lacavara in third. Forrest Sparks sits fourth. Mike Whitaker fifth. Bill Roberts in sixth. Tyler Graff seventh. Mark Vega eighth. Terry Adams in ninth, 1 lap down. Jay Anderson, you saw Adams and Anderson working together to get their lap back the hard way as they sit in ninth and 10th. That is a battle for position.
Tony, as you understand, I'm in Colorado. Have you ever heard of a volcano?
Just say no, Gary.
Okay, no.
I need you here for race control. Tell them to give you another 90 minutes and you'll be clear. You can do one in 90 minutes, okay?
After. Okay, Tony, I'm good.
Thank you, sir. As currently working lap 17 for the trio here of Eldred, Adams, and Anderson. Anderson and Adams taking it pit side. Eldred staying out. That's a shocker. No drafting help now for Cody Eldred.
80 more laps. Please say no to the volcano.
I only need you for another hour, Gary.
Okay, I'm here, Tony. I'm here. I explained to everybody here that you said say no to the volcano, and I did.
Just for the next hour. You can try it in an hour. I promise.
Yeah.
Cody Eldred staying out. I would be surprised if he didn't bring it pit side this time. And he is. With no drafting help, this is going to hurt. Bill Roberts cranking off one now, too. It would surprise me if Roberts didn't bring it pit side. And Eldred is going to be in trouble as Tyler Graff up to speed and only...
Is that Mark Vega flying by?
Back. Vega sits in 4th right now, trying to reel in Tyler Graff. You know, if Tyler was smart, he'd kind of lift a little bit and let Vega reel him in. As we're watching, there goes Bill Roberts into pit. Cody is down and off the jacks.
They're going to get
trying to get up to speed. 3 seconds back, 2.
He'll come out right behind that. Well, he came out in front of him. Good pit stop, Cody.
However, there's a 10-mile-an-hour difference. Tyler Graff still reeling him in. Close enough now that he can smell the draft off of Cody Eldred.
Right, he can smell that draft, but I don't think there's quite enough there to get him by him.
It depends on what happens here coming through the tri-oval. If Tyler times this right, he could get a run on Eldred coming down the back straightaway. You see Eldred there, you see Graff in frame. 5-mile-an-hour difference, and Graff looks like he may have lifted down to 3-mile-an-hour difference. Graff's going to have to go to the high side.
Now.
Nope, he's pushing him now. They are trying to put some distance between themselves and the third-place car of Mark Vega. 1.25 seconds back, 1.22 now. Vega is starting to reel him in. Let's see who's helping Vega. And it's your dancing partner usually, Jay Anderson, pushing the daylights out of Mark Vega to try to get him up there. So this is going to be a 4-car party with the lap-down car of Jay Anderson.
Well, I'm going to say, if you need a pusher, go look for Jay. He'll get the job done.
Jay's another one that I feel more comfortable, you know, as far as, you know, descending order. It's Cody, Mark, you, and Jay. Those are the top 4 that I feel comfortable pushing behind me.
We have a competitor. Well, not really a competitor, because we do this for the love of it. But what's his name? The guy that says cowboy all the time. Come on, cowboy. What the hell's his name? It's right there in the. I shouldn't have hit that volcano, but anyway. I'm back.
Good grief.
I'm back, Tony.
Just remember, say no to edibles. Edibles sneak up on you, Gary. So,
oh my God, I talk to him every day. What the hell's his name? It has nothing to do with the volcano, Tony. I'm 65 years old, for God's sakes.
Oh, so you suffer from CRS?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's what it is. I forgot the name of that, too.
And for those of you who don't know what CRS stands for, the clean PG-13 version is can't remember stuff.
Can't remember shit.
There you go. That's the NC-17 way to say it.
Did I say how much we love Betty Lou?
Once. You thanked her you thanked her early, and again, thanks everybody who's watching
Tony,
right now.
We had to rip that poor lady's heart out twice yesterday. We left once. We all cried. We all hugged. We drove around the block. We went down to the dump station there and dumped our RV. And then I remembered. So, what did we forget? Huh? At your mom's house.
I'm guessing that 3-pound lump of gray matter between your ears?
No. See what happened? we plug our RV into a 50 amp circuit that Betty Lou's son is an electrician there in Brainerd.
Gotcha.
Well, he's retired now. He sold his business, but Holden Electric, no commercials, and we forgot to put that plug underneath the rain protector.
Okay.
So we had to go back to her house again, roll up the plug, put it on the spot that it belonged, put the rain protector over it.
Well, Gary, I don't mean to interrupt, but business just picked up. Vega
Yeah, I
and
see
Anderson
that.
have caught the leaders.
They are there.
Working the high side right now. And Vega went on the high side before to make the pass work. He's got Anderson, one of the best pushers in the league. Two of the best pushers are in screen right now. Cody Eldred and Jay Anderson and Mark Vega. All three of them with yourself, the four best pushers in the league. Is Vega has the nose out front. Can he get the clear down the back straightaway? Anderson pushing for all that he's worth right now.
Yeah, he is. He's back.
I'm betting his foot is right to the floor or through the floorboard. Vega has the clear as they go into turn 3, not dropping down, not wanting to leave the dancing partner that got him there. Anderson's got the clear. Vega's going to the pits. Holy Christmas, that was close.
What was that? It wasn't time to pit, was it?
For Vega, it was. Actually, for the entirety of Team Phenomenal, they are going to have to take a pit side right now. As Jay Anderson getting his lap back the hard way again.
Good for him. That I hate to sound like I'm partial, but that's my boy.
Well, understandable.
I can't race, so I got to root for my teammate. But I guarantee everybody this. If he causes a wreck, he's going to get the penalty.
You've been known to penalize him in races that you've been race control where he hasn't caused a wreck. So, yeah, that.
I want to see him do good.
So right now, Cody Eldred showing the way still. Tyler Graff sits in second. They are 11.25 seconds to the good. Excuse me.
My girl's a retired English teacher, Tony.
Well, as you see, league sponsor Bill Roberts there getting ready to go a lap down. Unfortunately, but you are watching a presentation of the RobertsTechJobs.com Indy Speedway League. RobertsTechJobs.com, your Midwest leader in temp to hire and contract positions in the IT field for IT professionals, proudly sponsors the Indy Speedway League here, as we are currently watching this battle for first rage on. Cody Eldred side by side with Tyler Graff now. Cody working the high line with Jay Anderson as they're working the lap car of Bill Roberts in the RobertsTechJobs.com 21.
I hate to see Jay pinching that close. He's a lap down himself, and I don't want to see him cause any trouble to anybody else in the race.
Well, he got by Bill cleanly. No harm, no foul. And so Bill Roberts, the first car, one lap down. Jay Anderson still in front of the leader, Cody Eldred. Tyler Graff sits in second.
Tyler's smart. He's going to go with Jay here and make some ground up.
Well, that's Cody on the high side.
Oh, okay.
That's Jay on the low side. Very similar paint schemes, but not quite.
Yep.
Cody running the shake and bake paint scheme. But Cody Eldred, Tyler Graff, Quentin Young, Joe Morganti. So Chase Racers 1, 2, and 3 as Joe working with Bob Lacavara right now, or fighting with Bob Lacavara. You see Lacavara in the convergent composites number 5 on the high side. Morganti in the Lugnut Hubs 53 on the low side. And Morganti taking it pit side. So back up to the battle for the lead. They have gotten by Bill Roberts. Bill should be able to latch on to the tail end of this freight train right now. Again, Roberts sitting in 11th, the first car one lap down. Jay Anderson sitting in 10th, the
Roberts
last car on the lead lap.
Road, didn't he?
Roberts did just go pit road. No, Roberts is still on the track.
Oh, somebody right in front of Roberts.
That was Tyler.
Okay.
That was Tyler. So, Cody using Jay basically as a pick right now to try to save fuel. One of the best fuel mileage racers we have, Cody Eldred, right now. I can guarantee you that car is in 6th gear and Cody's foot is not all the way to the floor. Just content to run behind Jay Anderson, let Jay punch the hole in the air. Cody's saving fuel to try to stretch this fuel mileage as far as he can so that when it does come down to the money stop, Cody's only got to put, 3-4 gallons in the car. So should this stay green, you kind of got to favor the pit strategy that Cody Eldred is currently doing.
Absolutely. Cody's one of the best at it, and he has been for 2 years now.
Yes, he has, and that's one of the reasons why he ended up winning the championship last season. The guy who actually won the season finale last season, Mike Whitaker, currently runs 6th. The other awesome fuel mileage racer. Hard to really bet against Whitaker when it comes down to fuel mileage. Vega, always willing to gamble with fuel mileage, currently out on track right now, sits 6th. Tyler Graff back out of the pits. He is in 5th. And there's about a 4.5 second gap between Vega and Graff. As Quentin Young takes it pit side this time. Cody Eldred staying out. That's going to hand second place over to Bob Lacavara. Heartbreaker last week for Bob. Had a just dismal run. And Cody is now getting ready to put Mark Vega a lap down as he's coming into the time where he's going to need to make a pit stop, but he's able to get the draft off of Vega. That's really going to help the defending series champion continue to save some fuel. We might see a 19-lap stint out of the number one shake and bake car.
Tony, I have to say we all went out last night, and I decided they took the car. I decided to take my Harley, and I had too many Jaeger bombs. I came out, got my Harley backwards. Thought some bitch stole my handlebars. It's a joke.
Don't drink and drive, folks.
It's a joke.
Yeah, no, yeah. Gary is kidding, ladies and gentlemen. He would never drink and drive. I happen to know for a fact that they did call an Uber where they were, and everybody got home safely, and Gary collected his motorcycle this past morning. But Cody Eldred continues to show the way, 18 laps into his stint, and Eldred takes it pit side at speed, getting it woed down and safely onto pit road. There he is, 65 miles an hour as he hits that commitment cone. 36 seconds to the good over current second place Tyler Graff.
Wow. Where's our fearless leader tonight, Tony? I don't see Alex anywhere.
His better half, and I say that without joking, his better half said, "We're going to the beach." So the first vacation Alex has had in over a year, and again, his better half, and I do say that not jokingly, said we're going to the beach. So they are at Virginia Beach right now.
Good for him.
Absolutely.
Good for him.
So
there goes Terry.
There goes Terry. Cody Eldred and Tyler Graff actually tying from entrance cone to exit cone, 28.6. I'm sorry, 28.4. As Tyler is 0.2 back now. Cody's 0.2 to the good over Tyler, and Tyler is almost 0.3 to the good over Vega. Vega 0.6 to Quentin Young. Young is 3.5 to Creighton Carter. Creighton Carter is 8 seconds to Joe Morganti, who is 5.25 to Mike Whitaker. And the closest battle on the track is Whitaker, Lacavara, and Forrest Sparks, as you see them all in screen right there.
Wow.
With Ronnie
right
Osmer,
there together.
With Ronnie Osmer in tow. That is your battle for 7th, 8th, and 9th. That is the current battle. And that is the closest battle on the track. Whitaker in the chase. Lacavara getting eliminated last week, and they are... This whole battle that you're seeing on screen right now is 6.5 seconds to the good over 10th place Isaiah Dupree. So Cody Eldred continuing to show the way as we're watching this battle for 7th. Whitaker, the world's fastest hippie, in the People Against Distracted Driving tie-dyed number 707, showing the way over Bob Lacavara's Convergent Composites number 5. Of the cars you're seeing on screen right now, Whitaker, the only one still in the chase, which, as of right now, Whitaker would be the last car to transfer if the round ended right now. Whitaker he's got 3 chasers in front of him, and we will be eliminating 4 next week at Kansas.
I got to say this, Tony. Quentin Young gets handed a free pass onto the next round of the chase. We haven't mentioned his name all night long, other than at the very beginning when we talked about this very same thing. But here he is. He's up in 4th place. He's making a very good run tonight.
And we see him right now on screen running with Terry Adams. Adams 1 lap down currently and struggling to get that lap back. And if he's going to have anybody to work with to get that lap back, it's going to be Quentin Young, because Quentin definitely knows how to handle himself on some of the bigger tracks. Currently sitting in 4th, Young in 4th, Adams in 14th. And it looks like, let me find Quentin again. There you go, 4th. Well, we got a little while before these guys are going to see pit road. The first car we're going to see dive down pit road is going to be Mark Vega, currently sitting in 3rd all by his lonesome. No drafting help. A man on an island by himself. Vega in the PH Aware and the Mighty sponsored number 3.
Maybe he'll get lucky and come out and hook up with somebody coming by.
We can only hope, because right now he's sitting in 3rd place, almost 2 full seconds back off of Tyler Graff. Graff, with the drafting help now of Bill Roberts, should be able to start to reel in Cody Eldred, who is 1.8 seconds to the good over Tyler Graff. And you see Jay Anderson working with Bill Roberts right now. Both of those cars 1 lap down, so that is a battle for position. Anderson in the 18, Roberts in the 21.
Well, we have a really good battle going on here tonight, Tony. And this view I'm looking at, whoo.
Absolutely. As we go back to the battle for 7th, which is your closest battle on the track, that's 7th, 8th, and 9th right there in screen. Mike Whitaker, Bob Lacavara, and Forrest Sparks. All 3 of those drivers within about a lap of each other as far as fuel stints go. So this could get interesting as we get ready to see another round of green flag pit stops. Vega taking it pit side this time, just barely getting it woed down in his pit stall. And down and off the jacks in 7.6 seconds.
That was so classic.
Cody Eldred continuing to show the way. I dare say Eldred.
That's how they work.
As we are going to be currently working lap 21 to go. Eldred continuing to show the way. And we've lost Gary Bauer.
Oh. I'm trying to read minds. I drink a lot.
How much longer?
20 laps this time across the stripe, Gary.
Good go. 20 minutes coming across the stripe.
No, 20 laps.
Wow. 20 laps. Well, 20 minutes counting the interviews and all that stuff.
Call it a half hour. So Tony Trapasso, Gary Bauer up in the booth tonight, folks. Gary visiting the great state of Colorado tonight, so bear with us here as Gary is trying new and exotic cuisine. And
well, Colorado's a very interesting state, though.
Just remember, Gary,
and it's legal.
If you're, I understand that, but if you're at a restaurant and you see a soup called Fungus Mungus, do not eat it.
You know, Tony, we're sitting there, we're watching this race, and I'm going to get one little bit political. I would love to see Jeff Sessions standing right here with me right now.
Fair enough. Being someone who's not very political himself, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, well, Jeff Sessions
That's
is the
okay.
one.
You don't no
Okay.
no no
All right,
no
all right.
no.
Let's have a good race.
We're currently watching the race for now fifth as they flash by Creighton Carter, who has gone pit side. Mike Whitaker showing the way. This is fifth, sixth, and seventh in screen right now as they are getting ready for another round of green flag pit stops relatively shortly here. 15 laps on Whitaker's tires, 13 for Lacavara and Sparks both. And Whitaker's still in the chase, so that puts Mike Whitaker is the last car to be transferring should it end right now.
I'm watching Joe Margani's pit stop. He's having an awesome run into fourth place, and he had a very good, clean entrance to pit road.
He did. He got it down to where he needed to be very efficiently. Ooh, had to back up in his pit stall.
Had to back up.
Oh, that's a death sentence.
That's too bad. He was running fourth.
8.4. Good grief. Just overcooked it.
I imagine he's going to come out, what, 6th or 7th place?
12.
12?
Currently 12.
I mean, when pit cycle.
That's going to be hard to say. Tyler Graff, 18 laps on his current stint. And Cody playing with your old teammate there and Mark Vega. Cody only 13 into his stint. Let's see if we can find Vega. Vega 5 in and Anderson 4 in. So they're on fresher shoes. Cody going to sit behind them, let Jay go around him, and just cruise in sixth gear. 14 laps into a stint. You see Tyler Graff right back there. No, Tyler Graff taking a pit side. Who is that? Who is behind Vega? Bill Roberts. So that is the battle for position there between Vega and Roberts. That's your battle for seventh currently.
Quentin Young going pit side pretty clean.
Quentin Young definitely taking a pit side. Let's see who's got the best stop so far. Isaiah Dupree with the best stop so far, a 6 flat. 27.9 on and off of pit road with a 6 flat pit stop. I'm not sure if he short pitted it as we are 15 to go right now.
This is where it's going to get very interesting.
Very much so. As everybody, basically, if you pit from here on, it's the money stop. And Cody Eldred has played this game, I dare say, perfectly. Because whenever he stops next, that's his money stop. He can make it from here. 14 laps to go. Eldred continuing to show the way.
We're gonna have to keep our eye on Quentin and Tyler. I think they're gonna have something to say about this race before it's all said and done.
Well, the thing
is, they're working
Forrest
together.
Sparks, and here's the thing: Forrest Sparks currently sits in. He takes it pit side. Cody Eldred right now, 35.4 seconds to the good. And he's got the toe off of Jay Anderson.
Wow.
35.5 now.
He's definitely sitting in the good seat.
As we are going to be 12 to go this next time across the stripe. Currently working 13 to go. Will be 12 to go this next time across the stripe. Eldred 17 into his stint. So he's looking to stretch this as far as he can. Takes it pit side. And Vega goes with him. So if both of these guys can hit their marks, Eldred is going to have drafting help from Vega.
And you're going to have to watch real close where Tyler Graff is when those guys come off pit road, because I think it's going to be closer than we think.
Well, let's find out, because right now it's 35.5. If Eldred hits his marks, Vega hits his marks. Eldred down and off the jacks, 6.7. and 28.2 to the commitment cone. Tyler Graff was 28.9. That might be the difference.
Yeah, that's a lot to give up.
You know, you're talking over half a second there.
Yep.
And Vega is there for drafting help if he can catch Eldred, and Vega is dropping back, so Eldred's going to be by his lonesome. Getting up to speed, 1.2, the gap between Eldred and Graff right now. One flat. As there's
And
a 10
Eldred
mile
is
an hour
by
difference.
himself?
Eldred is by himself.
Oh, these guys are going to catch him in 3 laps, Tony.
Currently a 7 mile an hour difference. And we are 12 to go right now as he flashes by Bill Roberts. And there is a car behind Eldred.
That's Quentin.
That's them. They have caught Eldred.
There he goes. Boom.
5 miles an hour is the difference. Does not have the clear yet. Eldred battling back on the low side, staying with him. Oh, this is getting interesting.
Oh, Quentin dropped Tyler and went with Cody.
Well, there's no real surprise there because Cody and Quentin both from the not so great state of New York. So
that explains it.
Absolutely.
I knew that Tyler was going to get up there and make a race of this before it was over.
But you do see 3 chasers right there in screen battling it out, going for the win here as we are 10 to go currently. And business has picked up. Everybody doing their money.
Oh,
what
no.
in the blue hell was that?
Quentin and Cody just hit the wall head on. Their race is
Let's
ruined.
watch the replay here. Looks like Cody went up the track. Here we are going down the back straightaway. You see Eldred there in the lead, Young right behind him. Wow. And that's all it takes. A mistake like that, and 2 chase contenders are going to be up against the wall next week. Holy Christmas. That was a bad one. Thank God this is a simulator. And that hands the lead over to Tyler Graff.
Tony, I don't know what to call this. Because Cody Eldred did go up and gave him room. And
there wasn't a full lane, though.
There. I got to go.
Quentin ran him over. There wasn't enough room to get a car in there.
I got to go back and look and chase.
Well, let's go back with you here. We find Cody. There he is going for Mr. Toads. Back that up a little more. Here they are coming down the back straightaway on the stream. We're watching a rear chase. Yeah, there was not enough room to try to put a car through there. And that was a bad one. We'll watch that again at half speed. Let's back that up a little more.
No.
Here they are coming down the back straightaway.
What number is Quentin?
61. 91. And you see him coming into the corner here again. This is at half speed, folks, and we're going to pause it right there. And we are going to go to Quentin Young. There's not enough room.
He stuck it in there. He got impatient, stuck it in there, and there wasn't room.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking just before the contact. I've got it freeze framed on the stream right now, and you can see that Quentin's right side tires are lined up directly with Cody's left side tires as they go into turn number 3. So there's definitely not enough room to try to squeeze one through there.
That accident's on 91. He did slide up the track a little bit, but there wasn't quite enough room to get in there, so Sorry, Quentin. That's on you, bud.
So, Gary, I do say we're going to have a little bit of a shootout here as we get ready to.
I hate putting that on anybody, Tony, this late in the race, but,
it is what it
it's
is.
an accident, and he's at fault.
Something we've been preaching all season: situational awareness. But Tyler Graff, really in the catbird seat now, is going to have Creighton Carter in second place. And so that's a teammate there. Forrest Sparks going to be starting in third. And Mike Whitaker, the only other chase contender. No, I take that back. Mike Whitaker and Joe Morganti starting fourth and fifth. Bob Lacavara is going to restart sixth. Isaiah Dupree blinking worse than a kid with lemon juice in his eye again. Sits in seventh. It was another chase contender. And Kevin Paskowicz in eighth. Currently sitting fourth in the chase standings as we sit right now.
You have to be fast to get a wave around.
Well, the pace car caught Tyler Graff, so there are no wave arounds. Graff should be able to make it from here, as we should be restarting. Looks like it's going to be a 5-lap dash when we do get the green.
Tony, I don't know if you noticed over the last 2 years, but Jay and I will give each other a little bit of ration of, but I don't know if you heard that. I said you have to be fast to get a wave around.
We caught it.
Jay Anderson on the pole. Okay.
We did catch it.
I thought you were talking. All right. Yeah.
But thank
Poor
you for
Jay.
explaining it. Thank you for explaining it to the people in the stream, because I don't have in-race chatter turned up, simply because this is a PG-13 channel, and the last thing we need is that many F-bombs to be dropped.
Tony, our league's very clean, very pure. They wouldn't do that. Wow.
Hello?
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm listening to the in-stream. Here we go.
You're starting to robot a
Buckle 'em
little.
up.
You're starting to robot a little on me there.
Oh,
As
really?
the lights go out on the pace car, you're okay now. Tyler Graff and Creighton Carter are going to be starting on the front row. Mike Whitaker is going to need the restart of his life starting outside row number 2. He's got Forrest Sparks to his inside and Joe Morganti 1 row back. So chase contender, Tyler Graff up on point. Mike Whitaker sits in 4th. Joe Morganti in 5th. Isaiah Dupree 6th. Kevin Paskowicz in 7th. And Quentin Young in 8th. Which Quentin is... Why is he starting in 8th? You didn't give him the black flag, did you?
Yes, I did.
Why is he up in the 9th?
Quentin Young was given an EOL penalty.
Okay, because...
See it on the screen? It's there?
I don't have that up either for the stream, but
Oh,
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, it's there. I don't know if
It's
maybe the lap
scoring.
cars?
Well, it's scoring him in 9th right now, and him and Vega are the last 2 cars on the lead lap. And he's only 3 seconds. Well, yeah, I guess that would be tail end of the field, 3 seconds back from the leader under pacing. And Tyler Graff looking to have the restart of his life as well. Something to keep an eye on. The 71 of Creighton Carter out of the chase. Not in the chase, I should say, but...
where's Mark Vega? We better watch. Better look.
Vega's
Here
in
he
10th.
comes.
Vega is in 10th right now. Pace car is off. Graff holding him back, and rolls into the trigger. And Carter just dives to the inside behind his teammate. Side by side as they go into turn number 1. This could end poorly for Tyler. I think that his teammate just hung him. Forrest Sparks sitting in 3rd, Mike Whitaker in 4th. Whitaker might be playing the points game right now.
Mike always plays the points game.
Well, the thing was, he had a chance. If he got a good restart, he could have had a chance to really get after it. But his restarts have been a little lackluster in the chase when he has not been leading the race. And Tyler Graff showing the way right now as we are 4 to go.
Ooh, who is that blinking back there?
Guess.
No.
Yes, it is.
Isaiah Dupree.
Again. And Forrest Sparks pushing on Tyler Graff right now as we watch this battle for the lead start to heat up.
Isaiah, please stay in the second lane. You're blinking really, really bad. I want to see you have a good finish, but stay in the second lane so nobody runs over you.
Well, they're over 2 seconds from Isaiah to Quentin. Isaiah is in the tail end of this breakaway right now, sitting in 8th.
Yes, you can. Just stay at the back.
Graff continues to show the way as we are 3 to go. It's kind of weird, Gary. I'm not even in this race, and I'm white-knuckling my rig right now. My hands are on my own steering wheel, and I'm just white-knuckled just watching these guys. As Creighton Carter pinches down on Forrest Sparks, that is one of the most dangerous moves I've seen all night.
Poor Isaiah. I feel bad for him. He's very skilled.
His internet connection's not the best, though, so that's something that's easy. And I would suggest...
It's very dangerous for everybody else.
Right, and what I would suggest is looking into a new Ethernet cable, because that was part of my problem towards the end of last season and early on this season. I got a new Ethernet cable, and everything seems to be hunky-peachy-dory, whatever you want to call it right now. As Tyler Graff continues to show the way, we will have the white flag this time across the stripe. And you got a lot of hungry lions right there.
And I'm not going to pat my own back. Oh, wow.
What did I
Somebody
miss?
just did a flip down onto
Isaiah Dupree.
But
that was Isaiah. As we're watching this battle for the lead heat up, the teammates, Creighton Carter and Tyler Graff. And Creighton's got Whitaker behind him. Forrest Sparks shoving Tyler as hard as he can right now without trying to turn him. And wheel-to-wheel contact there as they come through the 3-4 complex. Creighton Carter pinching down on Forrest Sparks. Forrest trying to look for a hole. Not really one there. And Tyler Graff holds on for the win. Forrest Sparks hanging on for second. Creighton Carter third. Mike Whitaker fourth. Joe Morganti fifth. Kevin Paskowitz sixth. Bob Lacavara in seventh. Quentin Young in eighth. And Mark Vega able to hold on for ninth.
Yeah, I miscalled Mark Vega there, but if I remember correctly, about 8 or 9 laps ago, I said Tyler Graff's going to have a lot to do with, say, the outcome of this race.
And he has. He most certainly has. So Tyler Graff able to hold on to the win. What I wouldn't give to be a fly on the wall as soon as the post-race drivers meeting starts. I dare say there are going to be penalties handed out.
Excuse me for a little bit, Tony. I know I'm going to let you do the interviews. I'm going to go back and look at the deal with Quentin. With Isaiah.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Make sure he didn't hurt anybody else because we asked him to stay out of the way.
Yeah, go ahead,
and he
sir.
was on the bottom when that started.
It doesn't look like he collected anybody. He was the only car that was off pace. So, joining us now, Tyler Graff. Tony up in the booth. You got me, sir.
I do.
Holy Christmas, what a finish.
Dude, the second Creighton came in my ear and said, I'm going to pass you, my blood pressure went way up.
I can only imagine, I was kind of thinking to myself, I didn't actually say it in the stream, but I was thinking, with a teammate like Creighton, you don't need a proctologist.
No, Creighton, he's going to go for the win no matter what. He won't do anything stupid, but...
Except when he was trying to get Jake Gordon qualified in the DW12, so... But no, you took the Mike's Lemonade Motorsports Graphic Design Green Day sponsored number 77, punching your ticket through to Indy. How's it feel?
Dude, I'm freaking pumped. I was asking myself all day if I'd be able to do it because I didn't see Talladega being a win. Mainly because my last couple races here have just been terrible.
Well, for what it's worth, Talladega, is basically the wild card of wild cards, as
Yeah.
Jake Gordon trying to turn you, it looks like.
He's just giving me a low tap.
Yeah.
No, that last pit cycle, I knew Cody had about 3 laps of fuel on me, and I wasn't expecting a caution. And I was watching the ticker go down on sim racing apps, and it went yellow, and I ran out of fuel. And I coasted to the pits, came out, and got Quentin hooked up. And when Cody got past me, I saw him get behind Quentin, and I said to myself, I'm going to hang back here. Something's going to happen. And then it did.
Well, you'll see it if you watch the stream replay. Just before it happened, we were watching a chase cam of both Cody and Quentin, and what ended up taking place is Quentin thought there was more room than there was, as Jake trying to be a southbound end of a northbound horse right now with you. So, but no, definitely congratulations on the win, punching your ticket. Drive to End Brain Cancer, Green Day, Mike's Hard Lemonade, Motorsports Graphic Designs. Who am I missing on your car, sir?
What else? What else did I put on there? That's good enough for now.
Okay. But no, Tyler, congratulations. We'll let you get back up and celebrate with your team. Congratulations on moving on to Indy. We'll see you Sunday in the DW12 and see if you can do what Cody did last week and sweep the week.
Oh, dude, I'd be ecstatic. Thank you.
User was moved out of your
All right, so that was second place. That was your winner, Tyler Graff. We're going to see if second place, Forrest Sparks. Forrest, Tony up in the booth. You got me, sir.
I got you.
Talk me through what just happened, because you were pushing the ever-loving daylights out of Tyler. And did you see Creighton pinch down on you as hard as he was?
Oh yeah, he was wanting me to give him a little bit of cover, but I was right on the yellow line. Yeah, I knew he was there. I could see his wing in my right eye.
Now, you're one of the few drivers that run with a VR headset. Does that give you an advantage at a place like Talladega or Daytona? The two plate tracks that we visit.
So
I can take a quick peek to the left and right where it's needed, but overall, not really, because I'm just looking straight ahead, just focusing on who I'm pushing behind.
Well, that was one of the things that we were talking about earlier, that there's a small handful of drivers in this league that when you see them behind you and you see that little 0X in green lettering appear on your screen, for those of you who don't know what that means, whenever there's contact between two cars, iRacing grades how heavy the contact was. Forrest, Cody, Mark Vega, Gary Bauer, and Jay Anderson are about the only 5 that I feel comfortable. If I see that green X, 0X appear on my screen, you guys are about the only 5 who I feel comfortable knowing that I'm probably not about to get turned.
I learned that from you, actually, when back in the NIS racing last fall at Talladega.
We were mentioning that early in the race, that the one time I raced an actual tin top here at Talladega, it was with you, and we were on par to have a great finish had you not gotten taken out by an idiot.
By my own mistake, actually.
Well, it was the idiot that we both kind of wadded towards the end of the race that caused that whole situation to take place. But yeah, no, we had a great finish, Forrest, and you seem to be at home on these plate tracks, so congratulations for the great finish. Hopefully that's a sign of things to come moving forward and moving into season number 3 of the IR05s and for the remainder of this season in the DW12s.
Well, I'm actually in a new setup. I moved my wheel to a tighter setup, so I'm closer to the wheel, and I don't have the ability to turn it too far. And I've noticed it saves the car a little bit more too. And I do want to add, I don't know if anybody's watching in the chat or after the video on demand. I knew at the beginning of this race that it was going to be either Tyler or Cody, that if I was behind someone, it was going to be one of them two that I was going to be pushing. I didn't know it was going to be for the win, but I knew I'd be pushing one of them at the end.
Well, you guys were running very, very close to each other all night. You were, I don't think you dropped out of the top 10 the entire race, and that includes taking those green flag pit stops. So good on you for that. I'm just going to bring the results page up to, if I'm not mistaken, you are, I believe if you're not the hard charger, you're damn close.
I started 5th. There's no way.
Okay, yeah, you were 5th. That's right.
Yeah, and I want to say that with like 10 to go, I saw who was behind Tyler there, and I said, Tyler's going to have to be reckoned with before this race is over.
Absolutely.
Yeah, believe it or not, that last green flag pit stop, I took 7 gallons. I would have needed 8 to make it on the green. That's how close I was on fuel. But the caution gave me actually about a lap of fuel extra.
Well, that's a good thing, and you were able to make it work, and you did get the bonus point for a lap led, so good on you there. Podium finish, can't ask for much more. Started top 5, finished 2nd. Racing Extra Life, I believe, is your sponsor normally, correct?
Extra Life is my normal sponsor, and right now I'm still in my KISS throwback scheme. One of my friends told me that you said tribute at one point to my dad, but he's actually still alive, so it's just a throwback.
Okay. Fair enough. I do apologize to Mr. Sparks for that. But explain to us what Second Life is.
Extra
Life. Extra Life, sorry.
Extra Life is actually Children's Medical Network hospitals. So any children's hospitals around the United States, I think it's like 600 of them across the whole state, and you can do your own gathering. It's basically gamers raising money for it. Even the one that I was born at here in Roanoke is one of the hospitals, as a matter of fact. So I get to, when I do the raising money for them, I actually raise money for the one right here in my hometown, and they're all over the place.
That is an awesome charity, sir, and I believe when we move into the RobertsTechJobs.com Indy Speedway League Elite Invitational, you do have a win on the season, do you not?
No, I am winless in iRacing altogether.
Okay, so we're going to see you running in the Open then, but
correct.
When the thread goes up later this week on our Facebook page, I dare say I'm going to see Extra Life next to your name as far as who you're going to be racing for in that event, correct?
That or Wounded Warrior Project, because I've been running them a lot too since Memorial Day.
Well, I go out on a limb, and I dare say that I don't think there would be a problem if you wanted to split. Should you win the event, I don't think if you can transfer into the Invitational from the Open and then win the Open, I don't think there's going to be a problem with Bill Roberts cutting 2 checks and splitting the $50 donation between the 2 funds, should you choose to do that, sir.
No, wait a minute. I'm sitting here talking tonight about this race, but that's my entire plan, Tony, when I get back. I'm going to do that. I'm going to come through the qualifier.
Push your talk, Terry. Or Gary. Gary Bauer saying that he plans on winning the event when he gets back. But anyways, Forrest, we'll let you get. Do you want to go back up to the post-race drivers meeting, or do you want to go back to your team room?
Back to my room. I'm going to be stepping away for a bit. It was great.
All right, fair enough.
Race. Thank you.
Good run, Mr. Sparks.
Good run, Forrest. We'll see you hopefully Sunday night at back here at Talladega.
Oh yeah, I plan to push Alec.
Now, just out of curiosity, are you going to be doing the broadcast on Thursday from, and I don't have the schedule in front of me. Martinsville in the...
I am unable to do broadcast right now because of work.
Okay, fair enough. So we will see you Sunday at back here at Talladega in the DW12, sir.
Exactly. See y'all then.
All right.
User was moved
so
out of your
that
channel.
was second place, Forrest Sparks. Let's see if we can find Mr. Creighton Carter. Creighton Carter
channel.
joining us in the booth now. Creighton able to hang on for third. Not completely out of contention all night, but you weren't up in the absolute front after that first round of pit stops. I'm guessing you got popped at least once for, or had a small bobble in your pit stall during one of the stops.
The 77 ran me over, but other than that,
Oh, yes, that's right. I do
User
remember that.
disconnected
Your
from your channel.
your teammate, with a friend like
Yeah.
that, you definitely don't need a proctologist.
well, that was just miscommunication. I was supposed to go low, and he was supposed to stay high. So, is what it is.
Well, sir, excellent rebound. Able to come back and finish third, getting the podium spot. Talk us through the last handful of laps there. I noticed you were running real close to Forrest Sparks there for second.
Yeah, all during the last caution, I was cutting the engine off, saving fuel, because I was cutting it close. Mike said he couldn't push me. He was trying as hard as he could, and Forrest kept riding up and taking the air off me, and he made it work. I wanted to hold on for at least an NLR1 too, but Forrest did what he was supposed to and got it.
Well,
I'm glad we got third, though.
For what it's worth, Forrest wasn't really coming up. If you watch the replay, he never came off that yellow line the entire way around the track.
At the last lap, he did.
Not by much, and that was only because he was trying to get a run on your teammate. But no harm, no foul. You guys were able to get the team NLR both two of you on the podium, so that's good on you there.
Oh yeah, I had nothing to lose. I told Tyler before that last restart that I had nothing to lose and I was going to go for it. But
hoping to play spoiler, right?
Oh yeah. But no, the NLR MGD Ford ran well today, and we'll see what we can do on Sunday.
Well, we'll see what you can do Sunday back here at Talladega in the DW12s. But talk us through next week when we go to Kansas. I don't believe you were with us for our first trip to Kansas this season, were you?
No, actually I wasn't. Who won that? Let's see.
I believe.
Was it Josh Vincent?
I'm not sure who won Kansas. I don't have the season results behind me, but now you have heard what's going on with the RobertsTechJobs.com Elite Invitational, correct?
Is that at Milwaukee?
That is the All-Star race at Milwaukee, sir.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that.
And with you having a win on the season, you are qualified. You do have a win, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So with you having a win on the season in the 12s, you are in the Sunday portion of the event. Have you been to Milwaukee much at all?
Not really.
Okay, so that's something you're probably going to want to work on, and it's going to be real exciting to see you guys, go at it, with $50 on the line. Have you decided which charity you're going to be driving for in that event?
Not really yet. I haven't done much planning for that event yet, so we'll see. I'll have to come up with something.
All right. Well, Creighton, thanks for the awesome action. We will let you get back up to. Looks like your entire team is up in the post-race drivers meeting, so we'll let you get back up there with them.
All right, cool.
Good on you, and we'll see you back here Sunday in the DW12s.
All right, thank you.
User was moved out of
Creighton Carter, everybody, and now we're going to grab. Yes, I think we are. Let's see if we can see if he's available here.
User was
joining us now, Mr. Joe Morganti, owner of the Lugnuts Hub. Joe, shocker that the competition committee decided that because of the withdrawal of David Llewellyn from the chase that you had the final transfer spot to move into round number 2. You definitely made the most of it tonight, sir. With the Hard Charger Award, starting 14th, finishing 5th. Talk us through your race.
I was planning on trying to qualify up front, but 2 laps into my qualifying effort, I ended up in the wall because I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. But I tried to make the most of it. Starting P14, then just slowly, methodically working my way up. Strangely enough, one of my friends on my stream, who's been a very close friend of mine, he watches my Twitch streams all the time. he actually started, calculating my fuel mileage. You can make it to this lap, you can make it to this lap, you can make it to this lap. And then he said, like, early on in the race, there's probably going to be a caution with like 10 laps to go. And it happened. And I was able to save like 0.4 gallons throughout those caution laps.
Yeah, I'm looking at the pit stops in the timing and scoring. You had just enough fuel left in the tank when you took the checker. So,
Yeah.
you were given a gift, and right now you're making the most of it. You're currently sitting, looks like third in the chase points. Tyler Graff getting the win. Mike Whitaker currently sitting second, I believe, and you are sitting. It depends on. I have to do the math yet on Cody, but it looks like you're sitting either third or fourth in chase points right now. So,
oh man,
talk us through your feelings about next week at Kentucky.
Kentucky's been pretty good to me on the official side of things. On the league side, I'm not too sure. I don't think we actually ran this track yet. Am I correct?
I don't have the schedule. I don't have the schedule in front of me. So
okay, yeah. I mean, I don't know if I ran this track. I might have missed this track early on in the season if we ran it then.
I think we did.
I'm looking forward to it because it's now, this is something, this is going to be a different track for me to run. It's very bumpy all over the track. There's lots of room to run. You probably run 3-4 wide, in the corners. Wouldn't recommend it, but it's going to be an interesting race. I've got to stay where I'm at so I can make it to the next round.
That's probably the best game plan I've heard anybody ever say. Now, if memory serves me correctly, you did get a win early on in the season, so you should be, anyways, qualified for the RobertsTechJobs.com Indy Speedway League Elite Invitational.
Yep.
Do you have many laps at the Milwaukee Mile?
I have laps in the DW12 on official, but that was like last year, and obviously things have changed since then. I have not run it with the Pro Mazda yet, but it's gonna be a different animal. I'll tell you what.
It is going to be a different animal, but I'll tell you right now, it is definitely a fun track to wheel that car around in. Very wide, very flat, very fast. But definitely congratulations on making the most of the gift that you were handed at the beginning of the night. We're looking forward to seeing you back Sunday in the DW12s and next week at Kentucky.
Unfortunately, I will not be running this Sunday for the DW12s because it's just, I don't know. I don't want to screw up anybody else's championship hopes. DW12s haven't really been very kind to me as of late.
Fair enough. Well, let me put an open invitation out to you then, because I believe Sam Cooper Bennett is going to be race control. We would love to have you in the broadcast booth, joining myself and the lovely and talented Miss Layla Wilson on Sunday.
Sure, I'll do that.
All right, fair enough. So Joe Morganti getting the Hard Charger Award, starting 14. No, I stand corrected. I just looked. Joe, I apologize for getting your hopes up like that, but you definitely did make the most of it with a 5th place finish. Looks like Tyler is going to get the Hard Charger, starting 12th and winning the damn thing.
Wah, wah.
Sorry about that. I just double checked my gazintas. It's redneck math for those of you who don't speak Hick. But no, Joe, definitely you very impressive run tonight. Able to bounce back from the. I saw you had a little bit of trouble early, but definitely able to bounce back and come home in 5th. So good on you for making the most of that gift you were handed.
Thank you very much, Tony. I actually want to say thank you to David Llewellyn for allowing me to get this chance again. Thanks, David.
All right. So Joe Morganti, everybody, we're going to send you back up to the post-race drivers meeting.
User was moved out of your channel.
And I'm being told by my Sunday night. You know what I'm gonna do is I am going to.
User was moved to your channel.
I am going to bring my hopefully my Sunday night race controller down into the booth with me.
I'm here.
Sam, heartbreaker tonight, bud. You were able to finish the race, but 2 laps down, not really where you wanted to be. But you're telling me Kentucky was our 4th round this past season in the regular season, and I believe you're going to be race control on Sunday, if I'm not mistaken.
I will be, yeah. Going on to my race, I feel bad for the race because I actually accidentally took out KP during a pit stop. That's how I ended up 2 laps down.
Well, you took out KP, who was able to rebound for 6, so good on him for doing that. It was definitely not the race you guys were hoping for Team Phenomenal tonight, with Vega finishing at the tail end of the lead lap in 9th. Martin Miller having a little bit of trouble on that first pit stop. Excuse me. Spinning the car coming in and hitting the wall. Then you ran over KP. But Talladega is what it is. It's a wild card race. It's very unpredictable. But moving forward, Kentucky, something to look forward to next week, and we'll see you in the booth with us on Sunday. Looks like it's going to be yourself, myself, the lovely and talented Miss Layla Wilson, and I believe Mr. Joe Morganti is going to be joining us for the broadcast.
Oh, wow. Sounds like a decent lineup. I'll be definitely looking forward to it.
All right. So I believe that's going to do it here for the IR05s here at the Talladega Super Speedway in Talladega, Alabama. For Mr. Gary Bauer, for the entire RobertsTechJobs.com Indy Speedway League broadcast team, I am Tony Trapasso saying we will see you Thursday night from Martinsville in the Pro Mazdas, and then we will be back here Sunday night. Broadcast scheduled to start roughly 8:20 p.m. Eastern Time in the DW12s here from Talladega, Alabama.
Good night.